mention Arsenal, just to keep the Gooners happy. Okay, so they've had these Premier League awards, 20 years of the Premier League, and they've said that the Arsenal Invincibles from 03-04 are the best Premier League team ever. I'm about to destroy that myth, okay? You might just think it's a simple fact. They went unbeaten, got to be the best. Nobody else has done it. But let's have a look at it. They scored 73 goals. Let me give you some facts. These are facts about the 03-04 season for Arsenal. You can interpret them however you want to, and you might disagree with me. That's absolutely fine. Let me give you facts. Arsenal scored 73 goals in 03-04. And just to put that into context, Man City scored 93 this season. That'll be 20 more goals. Invincibles means unbeaten. Now then, who else was unbeaten? Tell you what, New Zealand at the last World Cup, they were unbeaten as well. New Zealand are the Invincibles. Well done to New Zealand. You're as good as Arsenal. What did they win? Yeah, exactly. Towards the end of the season, Arsenal had 4 draws in 5 games. Let me give you the results. Newcastle 0, Arsenal 0, Tottenham 2, Arsenal 2, Arsenal 0, Birmingham 0, Portsmouth 1, Arsenal 1. Do you think they were playing for draws? Yep, me too. Whereas a team like Man City this season, for example, always played to win. So at Sunderland, when they lost 1-0, last kick of the game, remember? They absolutely dominated the game, should have won it, couldn't convert any chances, but they kept playing to win despite being away from home. It cost them a point that day, but you know what? They went on to win the title, so who cares? So they played to win rather than playing to draw. I prefer to watch teams that play to win, don't you? Most football fans do. That season, the Invincibles, 03-04, they actually lost Arsenal to 3 Premier League teams. They lost home and away to Middlesbrough in the Carling Cup. Middlesbrough. They lost to Chelsea in the Champions League. Who scored the winner? Wayne Bridge. Yeah, Wayne Bridge. And they lost to Man United in the FA Cup. He's funny, isn't it? Now then, the other thing is, on the 03-04 season, and this is the big one for me, Arsenal ended up with 90 points. 90 points. The following season, Chelsea finished with 95 points. So I can't square it in my head that the Arsenal Invincibles were better than a Chelsea side that finished 5 points better off than them the following season. How does that work? Just because you play for a few draws? I haven't even mentioned Robert Pires diving to get a penalty for a draw against Portsmouth.
I was there for Talk Sport. I was right on the case.
Talk us through that dive.
Couldn't believe it. Could not believe it. Kicked his own ankle, and the referee fell for it, give a penalty.
There you go. So he's dived for a penalty. Arsenal steal a draw when Portsmouth should have won the game. I think Harry was the manager then, wasn't he? There you go. So, listen, there's all sorts of facts for it. Those are facts about the Arsenal Invincibles. It's up to you how you interpret them, but for me, I'm not having a team, just because they play for draws, I cannot say, with my hand on my heart, that that's the best Premier League team ever. I think it's an insult to some of the other Premier League teams there have been. You know, there's various people saying that it won't happen again. Indeed, Jack Wilshere, who's on the Breakfast Show tomorrow, has indeed tweeted me at TalkSport Drive saying, how can the Invincibles not be considered as the best team ever? No other team will ever do that. Oh, hang on. Juventus did it this season. Juventus have done it this season in Italy. Yes, they have. Who have Juventus been linked with? Robin van Persie. Why would he go there? Because they win titles. Listen, the unbeaten season, if a team really thought it was a priority to be unbeaten the whole season, I'm pretty sure they could go and do it. Just playing for draws, stick 10 men behind the ball, and towards the end of the season, that's exactly what Arsenal did, whether you like it or not. Most of the season they entertained, to be fair, but they played for draws towards the end of the season.